Hi everyone, I'm Dave Mulvanna. I'm here with Dan Schultz to my left, Mike Godwin to my right. I'm Dave Mulvanna.
You are?
As I said that.
Didn't you always say that?
Yeah, I'm doubling up.
Okay.
I'm doubling up. I'm excited about this week's games in the B Division. But you know what I'm more excited about? All-Star Sunday is right around the corner.
Sure
March 2nd.
So 2 weeks away?
Yes, these are our last games that will count towards player efficiency for the All-Star game.
Okay.
Top 20 from each division, as long as you've played in at least 2 games. It's usually 3, but because we lost the snow weekend, and it's probably not going to get made up till after the All-Star break, because we lost them, we're making it so it's 2.
Okay.
So pretty much you've had to at least play in half of the games up to when the selection takes place.
Okay.
But I'm excited. You know, during the All-Star Sunday, we have our 3-point shootout. Bless you. 3-point shootout, as always. 2 players from each team can participate in that. We have our team shootout, which Dan has won it. How many seasons going on now?
It's only been 2. That's like a carry.
So are we going for the 3-point?
Yeah, I think. Well, that's my next goal. The
3-peat.
Or the 3. I'm going for the 3-point and
3-point
the team
bucket.
shoot. Yeah, I'm going for the 3-point shootout and the 3-point.
Well, no, I mean he's won 2 team shootouts.
So it's a 3-peat.
Yeah,
You said 3-point.
You did say 3-point.
I'm gonna watch this back. I disagree with both of you. And then finally,
Neuters won it 3 seasons ago.
yeah, well, a long time ago. Who's the Neuters? Anyway, finally we have the B Division All-Star Game and the A Division All-Star Game. Now, Dan, I need to ask you about this player efficiency. Are you putting everything on the line this week?
Oh,
Not you personally,
Oh.
but you as an individual in the league, just to somehow skyrocket your efficiency to the All-Star Game.
Well, you know what they say. Basketball is a player game. It's not a team game. It's players.
For the player, by the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, exactly. If you're a player and you want to get into the All-Star game, literally every time you touch the ball, just throw it up. Just try to get a shot in. Try to get into the All-Star game. Championship game is not important. Championship weekend is not important. It's important that you make it as an All-Star, so you can tell everyone you know.
No one can take that away from you.
That you can tell everyone you know on Facebook that you were an All-Star.
I would say Game 6 is the most important.
Can you cut him off? That's like his 7th LeBron reference. And LeBron didn't even win that game, and you know it.
Spurs didn't.
Ray Allen. Oh man, you're so funny.
You too.
I'm sure you turned.
I'm just glad
I'm
I
sure
keep
you
you
turned
guys
the TV
separate.
off with 28 seconds left, and then you're like, "Oh, it's overtime. Oh, better turn it back on." Like all the Heat fans.
I remember.
You're a disgrace to society. Don't even bring that up. Oh, that just gets me so
You get
angry.
mad.
That gets me so angry.
Don't
You
get
bring up
mad
Game
at the
6.
camera. The camera didn't do
Like
it.
you're a proud LeBron fan. All your Heat fans are leaving with their phone fingers with 28 seconds left in the game.
First game on the schedule.
Yeah.
4:30 p.m.
Sorry, that's like the
Settle.
7th. I can't take it anymore. It's the 7th time.
4:30 p.m. We have
The game of the week.
J Squad versus Faculty. First, America's team. America.
J Squad's gonna win. J Squad is gonna win this game by 10 points against the struggling shooting Faculty. And that's all I have
You know
to
what?
say about that.
The Faculty cannot play any worse than they did. But J Squad, throughout their career, they've had the Mulvanna brothers number. So I'm not sure if the Mulvanna brothers even playing would in any way help the Faculty. Should they just sit out?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Or should they try to get their first win this week against J Squad? That's what they're going to do.
I would sit out.
Shane, I know you don't watch these, but if anyone doesn't knows Shane, we've been looking for you. Shane, we have you on our roster. There's talks that you are still alive and well.
He's a true detective.
I actually had to have a detective find Shane. So, Shane, listen. Or whoever Shane knows that watches this. Shane, we need you this week, buddy. We need you now more than ever.
You may sound like you just made like a ransom video or something. Like whoever has Shane right now, whoever knows Shane, Please.
There is a reward for finding Shane and bringing him this Sunday at 4:30.
We have $5. Please take it.
But whether Shane is there or not, the faculty's going to take this game.
I could not
You're,
agree with you
you're
more.
getting J Squad fired up.
I could not agree with you more.
I would not.
Well, it's good you're not.
I would not want anything less than a fired up J Squad playing against.
It's good you're not unbiased or anything when it comes to this.
I'm not. I'm not. Think about it. The league would be turned upside down when the faculty beats J Squad.
Well, in another universe, it
And
would,
then
but it's not going
You
to.
will finally have to move them from their number one spot in the power rankings.
Dan, tell me who's
So
going
would you put the faculty number one?
No, that's ridiculous.
Would be the number one team?
That's
Just flip flop.
That's just not. You're not using logic there. I think if faculty did somehow be J Squad, you'd have to put Wild Side number one. First of all.
And then faculty number two?
No. J Squad's going to win this game though.
What if all number one teams lose this week? Could you then see faculty moving up to number one?
No.
In your heart and in the standings.
No, get out of here. That's not
Valentine's
happening.
Day is coming up. Did you get something for the faculty?
No, I didn't. I
For
hope
Valentine's
I
Day?
hope no one got it. I hope J Squad got a big win. Well, that doesn't sound very good. But I hope J Squad gets a big win this week so I can shut all you guys up over here. Because you are the most confident 18 for 76 shooting team I've ever seen in my life.
Dan, we
Stats
know
don't
what
matter
we know what to
for
do
last
against
week.
J Squad. You hold Ted under 5 points, we have a chance. Ted gets 6, all bets are off. So that's the game plan going in this. We will triple team him, we will quadruple team him, whatever we have to do to stop Ted Dwyer, we will do.
I got
That
some tricks.
That team goes as Ted goes.
That's the saying, yeah.
Ted is the heart and soul of that team. Their leader. Along with John Moore, of course, but Ted brings a lot of experience.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Now, who can stop Jeff Lawson besides himself? I don't think there's anyone in the league that can guard someone shooting at half court.
You can't. And the best defense for that is to let him prove he can make that. So,
Oh, he will. Jeff has never had 3 bad games in a row. Never. Jeff will lead this team to victory.
so J Squad is next to the defensive team. So,
Not to mention John Rodriguez, even after getting hurt this past week again, he said he feels better than ever. I've just moved him up from being 55% healthy to 58% right here, right now. Update. There you go.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Next up, we have Doc's Old Guys All-Stars, which I think they're going to look rejuvenated after the week off, going against Hot Shots Big.
Be 2
you
weeks.
think they're going to
Yeah, 2 weeks. Oh, wow, they arrested.
be? You think they're going to be rejuvenated?
Oh, absolutely.
Hot Shots B is going to win this game. About 10 points.
I think Doc's old guys made a few changes to the roster.
Okay, let's the All Stars out there. Right?
Well, they're not all-stars yet. All-star weekend. We'll know next
We'll
Tuesday.
find out. We might even be able to call a couple of them All-Stars.
But I think they added a couple guys to the roster and they're going to win this game.
Now,
You sleeping there? Wake up.
Just shaking my head.
now listen. Let me just talk.
SMH. SMH.
Alan, Doc, Gavin, Marco, Kayla Miller, Pete.
Are you just naming
Pete.
everyone on the team, or does this have a point?
Going into this season, I thought they would be the starting 5 in the All-Star game and the 6th man. That's where my expectations were. They're still up there. Maybe not for the All-Star game, but I can see that being the starting 5 and the 6th man for the championship game. I have not given up on this Doc's Old Guys All-Stars. I have not given up on them. And Dan, you better not either. After the win that they are about to have this week against Hot Shots B,
How can you?
I mean, I might personally start a Doc's Hot Shots All-Stars fan page. And you know what? I won't be the only fan. I won't be the only fan.
It'll be you and Doc and Gavin. And that's it.
No, there's going to be millions lining up. If the faculty wasn't around here, Doc's Old Guys All-Stars might be considered America's team. But unfortunately for them, the faculty is here.
Hot Shot Speed's gonna win by 10.
Doc's Old Guys All Stars by 13.
Doc's Old Guy All-Stars by 8.
There you have it. Next up, we have Fireballers versus, wait for it.
I think you've got that down now. First
It took-
Aflac, now wait for
Took
it.
me weeks. Took me weeks. Practice.
It's a dumb team name. But wait for it's gonna win by 5. $5 are gonna keep this actually pretty close, but wait for it's gonna win.
I got Wait For It by 19.
Wow.
51
That
to
is just disrespectful to the $5
minus
franchise.
19.
You know what? Because of what Chris Rower did to you, and you know how we had that little talk about
Oh,
karma,
yeah.
I think it's going to come back to get him this week. I'm predicting not only does Chris Rower get attacked, but that attack costs them the game. Costs them the game. Fireballers by 1.
So you're saying Fireballers
By 1
are
point.
going to win their first game?
Yes. Yes.
How's that even possible?
No, it's possible. It's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a 19-point win. It's going to be a close game. But
51 minus 19, and then you got Fireballers. I don't know what that is off the top of my head.
Next up, we have Elite versus Old School.
Elite by 20.
Wow. Shocker. Shocker.
But they're
After
still
you-
your number 3.
He's been bashing Elite.
He's not been bashing
He's been
it.
bashing
I have
them
simply been
for
saying-
weeks on weeks. And now all of a sudden you want to jump on the Elite bandwagon.
I've simply been saying I just think Endemix is better than them. That's all I said. That's all I
They're
said.
your number 4. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You
Yeah.
have them winning by what?
Out of 12 teams, I have them in the top 4. Man, that is just disrespectful.
If I had any control over your picks, how disrespectful you've been about Elite, I wouldn't even let you pick that.
We might have to get someone from Elite to just write up their own power rankings.
You do that because they would have them at number 1. They're not. They're number 4.
Wow. I mean,
But they're gonna win by 20.
Mike, who you got here?
They're going to win. They're just going to show Dan they're number 1. Mercy will.
You know what? Old School's on the rise lately.
Yeah.
They
You know
came
what?
off of a big win 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, versus Fireballers. They pushed faculty not only to the limit, but they had them. They had them in this game. They're only going to lose by 7.
Hey, I said 5, so
They're going to
we
lose by
agree.
7. Next up, Team Battlefield versus Wild Style. Don't you dare jump on the Team Battlefield bandwagon right now. Don't you dare.
Listen, Team Battlefield.
One-man wrecking.
Team Battlefield is going to lose this game. They're going to lose. Wild Style's going to win by about 7 points.
Can you go first? These two teams are, in my opinion, almost the same exact team. Who has the better supporting cast? Do you go Wild Style because they also have Brian Avon?
This is the week. This is the week you asked me who has the best supporting cast when it comes to Wild Style, and I have to say Wild Style because they have Brian Avant. All Battlefield
Craig
has is tight
Schweitzer, Mike Ball.
in terms of shooting the ball.
Now,
Craig is just a presence. That's all you need when you have a 2 scorer.
I don't think Wild Style has ever gone against a player who can score. I think there's players that are as good as, maybe some that may even be a little bit better all-around players than Tyler Hudson, but who can score like him. Pretty much, they are facing a younger version of Damian Ware.
So I know how to shut him down, right?
I don't think so. I don't think there is shutting down a Damian Ware or a Tyler
I
Hudson.
mean, Tyre's averaging what? 30 points a game?
I think Tyre is going to cause
And
them a
Battlefield's
lot of
averaging-
problems. Now, Battlefield gets mad when all we do is talk about Tyre. But hold on. I told them it's a strategy. I said Tyre's going to be getting quadruple teamed. All the rest of you guys are going to be open.
Exactly.
They're not going to know who else to stop.
Yeah, so I mean, come on. Like,
No.
what are you guys getting double digits? Help Tyre out.
I think they can do it
Do
too.
they need to? They're 3-1. With Tyre doing what he's doing.
Dan, let me ask you something. Would you consider putting Battlefield as your number 1 team if the faculty beats J Squad and
Everyone else loses.
the Team Battlefield beats Wild Style? Would you consider it? Just consider. Not actually do it, but would you consider it?
Yes.
Fair question.
Maybe.
It's a fair question.
Maybe.
Because
So if J Squad loses, In the Mix loses, Elite loses, and the faculty wins.
I don't even know if In the Mix would have to lose
Then
for that
yes,
to happen.
then Team Battlefield is number one. Yes.
I don't even know. I don't even think In the Mix would have to. In the Mix wouldn't even have to lose because in Battlefield and In the Mix would have the same record. But
You're overthinking this big thing.
I'm trying to figure out what goes on in your head with these
You're
rankings.
giving him a headache, is what you're doing.
All right, so I'm gonna go as much as it pains me because I am such a huge Wild Style fan. I've been since day one. I don't want to ever see Wild Style lose to another team other than the Fireballers. I'm gonna go Team Battlefield.
Dave, I'm a huge fan of Wild Style too. And I'm going to have to disagree with you. No disrespect, of course. Wild Style's going to win this game.
I mean, clearly everyone can't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, you.
Well, cheap shots. I'm not even getting personal.
You.
Personal
Those
shots.
are subliminal message.
Oh, come on, only
Pick
Dan
it up
gives them.
very quick.
Only Dan gives them. We see you in there. I got a hand gesture for you.
Bickering.
Next up, we have Delaware versus In the Mix.
In the Mix by 15.
What about if Bill's there?
In the Mix by 15.
No, he's on his every other game, so he won't be there this week.
No, Bill's made it, I think, 2 in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Bill's.
that's because we were off last week.
Well, 2 games in a row. You made
Okay.
this game and the last game.
I think
You're
you're
right.
right.
I don't care if I'm wrong or not. I will adjust it so Bill's there. And he dropped 50. Who you taking?
In the mix.
By?
15. Did you say
Great
that?
mind things alike. Great minds think alike.
Did you say by 15?
I did.
Oh, then I'm not changing.
And if they're both wrong, sometimes they're not great minds anymore. All right, I'm also gonna take In the Mix.
I'll just let the
I'm gonna just go with Dylan Carroll having a big game
Yeah,
with 12 points.
that would be a big game.
12 points.
I'm gonna go In the Mix by. I'm worried about Delaware. Worried about them just a little bit. I'm so worried about them. They beat Prestige Worldwide by only 8. It worries me. With Dan Schultz having an off-shooting game, can you imagine if Dan Schultz is on? There's no way they win that game. But I'm gonna go In the Mix by 23 points. 23. So much confidence I have in the Mix. No disrespect to Delaware.
Oh,
That's how much
absolutely
confidence
not.
I have in the Mix.
Absolutely not.
And that's why they are number 3 in your rankings.
Mhm.
Next up. Oh man.
The game of the week.
We don't have to talk about this game.
If I can find another video camera, I'm going to videotape this game. Actually, the video camera will already be there. No, it'll be here, 8:30. 8:30. If I can find another one, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get this game videotaped. Just because, Dan, I think you need to take a look at the game. I think that'll get you over the slump. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly what you're saying.
Dan, can you take your team in this game? Can you and will you?
This is an impossible situation for me. I'm going to take my team. I'm going to say we're going to win by 5 just because I'm confident in my group of guys. But if we don't win this game, I mean, it's officially. We're just going to.
You didn't just say that.
All right, elephant man over there. I'm going to let you deal with the hoodie over there. I
I knew he
think
was gonna say.
procedural, we're going to win by 5. Both Hog Mob and Procedural Wide are 0-4 teams. It's not like we're going up against a 4-0 team over here.
I
Stop
knew he was
acting like it's
gonna say,
ridiculous. Stop acting like it's ridiculous.
Mike, in your opinion, who is the better out of 14?
Hog mob. By a long shot.
By a long shot? Yeah, that's fair to say. They're both 0-4. Let's say that one 0-4 team
Yeah,
is a
but-
long shot better than the other.
But a hog mob went into overtime with America's team.
But America's team beat Old School by 1.
Hold on. I have
Old school was good. They're physical.
I have something to say about this game. Just thinking about it, I'm trying to think what team, if they lost, would it affect more? I have to say, it would affect Hog Bob more if they lost this game.
Oh, definitely.
Just because I think Prestige Worldwide at this point has accepted losing.
That's a good strategy. I like that.
I'm not-
Saving it for the playoffs.
Listen,
Tell
I've
me.
said what I need to
Saving
say.
it for the playoffs.
I've said what I need to say. I don't need to say anything more.
Dan, if Prestige Worldwide gives me a win, you know I'll jump right on that bandwagon. You know, I've been waiting to. And if this motivates them, then that's what I'm going to do.
We might have to start an over/under each week and how many times he gets mad. This is
I'm
at
not
least
mad.
4 or 5
Bro,
times.
I'm not mad right now.
I'm not mad, bro.
fine. I'm not mad, bro. I'm fine.
Go Hog Mob.
Well, no, I'm not
bias.
saying.
Bias.
I'm not saying
Whoa.
I'm rooting for Hog
That was
Bob
uncalled
or I'm
for.
rooting for Prestige
That was
Worldwide. I'd like to see them both just have great games. But unfortunately, one has to win and one has to lose. It's just the way it is.
It is. That's true. That
The loser of this game could not go 500 for the season.
Wow, is it that early talking?
Week 5. Game 5, almost game 6.
No, you're right.
I think if Dan put up 73 pointers and made them all, not only
How
what
many
he
points
said,
are they?
not only what he said, so got a crazy record of 210 points in a game. But there's no chance he could be left off the All-Star ballot. There's no chance. And Dan, you know, if I know anything about Dan, he finds a way to get in that All-Star game. He finds a way. And that, I think if he only made 69, I don't think he'd make the game.
I don't even
But if
think
he
did
made
he
seven-
even, you didn't even make it last season. Did
No, he made it. He was
No,
right.
my
He
record.
made it. He made
I was
it.
in the All-Star promo. I was in the pictures.
Yeah.
I was on the team.
But were
Dan
you,
And you can't take that away from
well,
me.
you were chosen.
I was in the pictures behind.
Dan was chosen.
Yes.
Dan was chosen.
After someone did.
He was chosen.
Someone's bitter over
He
here.
was
I'm not
chosen.
bitter.
Mike thought he was snubbed last
I
season.
got snubbed like 3 seasons now.
No one can hear you doing
I
all.
know.
You're code on your mouth.
I've gotten snubbed 3 seasons now. Go look at the stats.
It'll be 4. It'll be 4
I
this
know.
season.
I'm just. I set myself up to just get snubbed.
What is
Um,
now? John Rodriguez went from being team captain last season to is he a question mark for the All-Star game?
He's a question mark to get waived. I'm sick of it.
Now,
I'm sick of.
You know.
now, do you think this is even a real injury?
That's not.
Do you
That's,
question?
He plays.
Are you questioning
He
John
played
Rodriguez's toughness?
over half the game without an injury, and then all of a sudden his foot hurts.
You guys are the most brutal about injured
The
players.
faculty are here.
Imagine
to
that was the
stay.
NBA. Imagine that was the NBA. Anytime, like, so if Kobe got hurt, if Kobe gets hurt for 8 weeks, Lakers are gonna be like, you know what, let's just
Wave.
wave him.
Weren't they talking about
This is
amnesty? him?
This is ridiculous.
There was talk
They
about
should waive.
amnesty.
That's true.
There was talk. So it
They
doesn't
should
just
waive.
happen here in the HAC League. It also happens in the NBA. But you know what?
Would you rather have a 39-year-old Kobe or a fake an injury John Rodriguez on your team? I'm going with John.
I mean, I was just
Going
throwing it
John
out there. I
every
didn't know you were going to take it and run with this, Ollie. Jeez.
I hope he hears this too. I hope he watches this video.
I'm sure he will hear it.
I'm sure he's with you right now.
Now, if you haven't checked out the All-Star promo already, get on the Facebook page. Check, for some reason, it's not working on mobile devices right now. We're looking into that. But you can view it on your computer. But get on there, check it out. It pretty much shows how the All-Star game runs, and the shooting competitions. Some great photos with yours truly right here. I'm sorry, not yours truly. Well, actually, I am in a photo.
I made it
am in
too.
a photo. Mike's in the photo. We have Dan in a photo. Pretty much, you got all your favorites right there that you can find a picture of them from last season's All-Star game.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, Hackley.
You know what? I haven't even done one paper toss this whole thing. Dan, anything from you?
I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I like the camera.
That'll do it for this week. We'll see everyone on Sunday.